still struggle a bit, though. I guess I'm not curious. The question I have is, how important is she? Like, how much do you need her to pop off? Because I'm not sure if it's really that much that you need from her in this game. I feel like with Lifestealer and with Ember Spirit, you have good enough of other cores to rely on that can fight early enough, where it won't be the biggest issue for you.
So good and tasty.
By the way, the stream cannot hear, but it's the Vessuwan.
Oh, the
so
stream
good
cannot
and tasty.
hear.
No,
Okay,
no, they can't.
it seems like it's always synced with when we put our Marcy on the screen. I just think it's the funniest thing. They're so good and tasty. How can the stream not hear? Oh, because they don't hear the Dota sounds.
They don't hear the Dota sounds, right?
Okay, right. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Atlantis did a really good job at fixing the draft issues they had last game. I think they have an aura carry this time, which you needed. Even if they have a mid carry, which I'm not very sold on, I think they have a faster carry, which is good. Definitely what you want to do right now. And I feel like the other draft just got worse. Frankly, with you, I don't know why they went with the Tusk over the DK against December Spirit. I think Tusk is with the Ember Spirit. Tag team, you do beat him, but you're not gonna go for that build because you're mid lane Tusk. I guess DP's fine against Lifestealer, so that was one lane you like, and I am not sold on this Pudge either.
Yeah, I guess maybe they want to force Wonder Boy back into Flameguard Ember Spirit, which didn't look amazing last game either. I'm not 100% sure either.
But last game is because DK will win that lane, right? Even if you go Flameguard. But this time, you'll win the lane against Tusk if you go Flame. Oh, I think so.
Yeah, but I don't think you're like the scary ganking Tusk either.
Oh my God.
With a Flame Guard.
Look at that spray. It's made in paint.
Which spray?
Oh, it's near the outpost. Yeah, there we go.
The dire outpost? Oh. Is it made in paint? How do you know?
Yeah, dude. It's an homage to the Big Les show. Any Aussies in chat that watch Big Les show? Friends? This is a true homage to your show. It has the perfect style. It's a great
30
spray.
seconds.
Between that and the so good and tasty, I think Vessuwan might be having a great pack.
Yeah. Very likely.
It's
always good. I always like seeing the supported packs, especially for Div 2 teams. They usually get to sneak some real good stuff in there that's a little bit more under the radar.
Yeah, because Valve checks less. That's the trick. KMP went for the first hook. I guess it's secure.
Begins.
Yeah, must be. Or maybe hook a spider away from a rune. Nope.
No, because you're not gonna have spider for level 6.
Well, this spider.
Oh, the big one.
The big one.
The big one.
The master is here.
That's not as cool. You gotta buy the Wood Vessel one pack.
Well, Mangaro's is yeah. I mean, I guess. I wonder what the Atlantis voice like. Flame though. I think it'll be Flame Guard. Yeah, which makes sense, right?
It's just the build against Tusk. I'm telling you, it's just like last time, except this time you win it.
So how's this Flame Guard work? Is it Magic Absorb before or after reductions? Probably before, right?
Yeah, before. It's like pipe.
Okay. So then at least you do tank through a level 1 Ice Shards, no problem.
No.
But then afterwards, the Flame Guard. Troy would snow up both sides.
Yeah, but then you have to snowball into an Ember Spirit without any other spells to throw at him, which might not. It's not super
and
tempting.
You can Sleight of Fisted as well, which is why it's such a nuisance. Like, there's no way he gets all this level.
Legs like a succulent mother.
That does look good. The only lane to me that Vessuwan should be able to win, and this time they should definitely win it, is the DP plus Marcy side lane. Right, that lane seems, especially because they once again want to lane the tiny bottom against the 2 ranged heroes.
No, I feel like if this Pudge can get his Vanguard online, he might stand a pretty good chance here.
Oh, I guess that might also be the strategy against Bluma, right? Like, you don't need to do anything, you just need to survive. Again, Vanguard makes you invulnerable.
Well, you need to survive and tank in the lane, right? Which is what the Vanguard would do. Yeah, to be more specific there. Oh, well, hold on, careful here.
Really struggling bottom, by the way. They throw a tree at him.
Thank God
they had it disposed there.
Yeah, I think he also died in the meantime top lane. Yeah, I mean, it's 2 melee laners. You'd expect once he does get more points in the Siphon, this lane is going to get super easy, right, for Vessuwan. Whereas, yeah, I mean, I'd say their lanes get a little bit stronger, you know, later into the laning stage, especially level 3 top lane for Rubik, level 2 Fade Bolt. I think you probably want 1 point in Flesh Heap as well if you're KMP at this stage.
Yeah. Because the Flesh Heap also nullifies the Spider's bomb. Between Flesh Heap and Vanguard, you're pretty much involved. I suppose that's the idea, right? Because obviously later on, Spider Links don't matter as much and Pudge can deal with them. But at the same time, that's not really why you picked Brother.
Sorry,
She's an aura carrier.
I was looking mid and BB tried to give a snowball onto Wonderboy, but it was the world's fastest sleight of fist onto only a Tusk and a creep. Somehow avoided it. Very impressive.
It's impossible to hit Ember with the snowball, which is why the Flame Guard is.
It was a point blank snowball though, which is why it impressed me, to be honest.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
oh,
it was, and again there was one range creep, so it's not like he was invulnerable for that long in Slight. It was just straight up really good from Wonderboy, I have to say.
I mean, his name is Wonderboy, and it also 2001, so this kid must be young as hell.
Young.
Oh wait, no, 22.
Huh?
Oh, he's 22. That's actually not that young for 2001 boy. Oh my god, I'm old.
Yeah.
I just
You
see
thought he was-
anyone that's born in past 2000 just be like a massive zoom.
Yep. You get those moments every now and then where you go, well, someone born in 1985 is only 15 or so, right? Nope.
Wait, what? What? How old are you, Richie? Are you from 1970s?
No.
Oh, these 85 kids.
Well, you know, it's like, it's part of getting old, right? You think about all these old ages. Oh, 92? That was like, what? That was like 20-something years ago?
Yeah, but I'm a 90s kid, right? I bet there's lots of 90s kids in the chat. And
We're
they all
not
think
really
that anyone...
90s kids, though.
The moment I see in your ID or your passport that you're born past 2000, my respect for you just drops, right? Because I imagine you're just young. But the reality is you're not young anymore. You're kind of old these days.
We are kind of old, yes. Time is
we are young.
Time's a flat circle and it marches on.
I thought time was around. Do you know that if you were going at the speed of light, Richie,
right,
and you somehow managed to not turn into light itself, which is what happens when objects reach the speed of light, you would not age in the same way.
Yes, I do know that. I read way too much.
You also somehow stayed alive during that time as well. All the caveats.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Yes, specifically you age much slower because of the relativity of time. Yeah.
That's why every day I try to run and sprint as fast as
But how do they know?
How do they know what?
How do they know that's true? Because it's just like accepted as a fact now in so much sci-fi and has been for years. How do we know that?
It's a theory of relativity. It's actually not proven. That's why it's not.
There it is.
The map checks out.
Okay, let's see top lane. Level 1 Unsatiable Hunger.
No flesh.
Against Flesh Heap is not good enough.
KMP. No, the Flesh Heap was already off by the time they jumped on it. Why? I mean, I don't think it was good enough regardless, but you're right. Like, that, once the Flesh Heap comes off, Pudge is just... He went for a Ring of Protection even to protect himself against the... That Vanguard cannot come soon enough.
Yeah, it's got the Ring of Health at least, but still definitely needs that Vib booster. Well, obviously just complete it, and then the passive, right, is the biggest component there. Monio has his TP cancel down bottom. Nice little rebound in time, and they will get this just with the right clicks. Boom, boom. Okay, yep, that's fine. Kill secured. Did you see TNT? He got his kill stolen, and he's immediately like, okay, pull, get out of here. Immediately pinged the camp.
Yeah. Got it. I mean, I'll be honest, this lane just seems impossible for Atlantis to... Like, Atlantis can match it, and I think he's been doing a fantastic job. 26 last to his name is impressive. But eventually, you have enough Spirit Siphons to just kill both of these melee heroes. Like, Spirit Siphon plus Dispose. This wasn't as good as the Razor combo back in the day, but I think it's close to it. That Marcy Razor, that was so popular. Wonderboy, by the way, in the mid lane, he's been a little bit more careless about his Sleight of Fist, trying to use it to get ranged last hits, and that's how you get hit.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Yep.
Difficult time there.
Yep. Now Pointer comes by.
Are scanning.
Solo Smoke to come mid. Give him a tango. That's a true support play. We can't even refill bottle. Oh, he got the avalanche from the low ground. The Koki as well.
Big TP though.
Pretty well chained. But now BB, he survives thanks to the crit that was just next to him. Rebound is available, but he won't get the stun off. It's just
Dire's
very short range in the early.
is under attack.
Yeah, but that's a couple TPs for, so not bad. Leaves the Pudge in a bit of danger, but he's pulled the wave for himself. Does he want to pull though? Oh, he's already cleared. No, the wagon's still here.
We're going again for this demonstrator because DB has the Walrus punch. The physical damage is sufficient. Wonder Boy's low on HP, has to use Run to get away. The Fate Bolt is luckily absorbed by that Flame Guard, but a Mercy that is hasted will reach Wonder Boy and allow DB to get the kill. KMP does die in the top lane, but apparently that is his game plan every game.
I guess so, but I don't know why he pulled that wave. He pulled. I know why he pulled. He pulled so that his tower wouldn't have to take so much damage, but that's not working here. He's fine. Level 3 Spirit Siphon.
In fact, Nagaros was the one that wasn't funny.
Yeah, 100%. And then he did not clear the wagon, so his tower took needlessly a lot of damage here. KMP struggling a bit here in the early game. Have that Vit booster.
Beast bomb.
Yeah, I agree with you. I have a lot of questions as to why KMP does these things in the early game. I honestly don't understand why he plays so aggressively as a... I mean, not even...
has been killed.
If you play aggressively on Ursa, or even a Pudge, I would justify it, but seeing his Arc Warden performance last game, right, and doing the same thing this game is just odd. It feels like he always wants to fight and doesn't always measure the fight. I don't know. It seems like his mid-game decision-making is considerably better than his early. Now he's just farming Vanguard in the jungle. He's giving up on the lane.
I mean, he just... I think the point for him is anything that he needs to at least be able to lane versus this spider to not allow her to take over the lane. To
Snowball. Yeah, poke as well. Sense. Oh, that was a good ult, KMP. Wonder Boy couldn't block it in time. And KMP gets away with this. Now, however, the Searing Chain's on him. His Flesh Sheep is no longer active. They kill him with a Spawn Spider Lane. BB's the next target. Avalanche comes in. Making sure that BB cannot retreat. Now the Snowball, he'll be forced to go out of his Ice Shards. Do they have any more area damage? They do. They have those remnants, and that's going to be able to catch up to BB.
Yeah, Lance is starting to look really good in this game as well. WS kind of getting dragged from that fight all the way from the top lane, but it's fine. Back top lickety split here with the ability of his webs, and he's even got a pretty big wave as well to start farming and building rather the Spiderling army back up. Going straight into the mech, into the Greaves, it looks like, by the looks of his build. So that will allow him to start team fighting even earlier with his team. Down bottom, where we see this infested cart running over towards this mid lane, it looks like. Or where is he going with the cart? He hasn't quite made a decision. There he is. Camp.
Dire's middle tower
He's very confused for some time. BB's... He's come down bottom, but there's no one home, so he's going to be a little bit sore to have smoked here with Boombui and not found anything.
Yeah, especially because Tusk does nothing to aid them.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
That's amazing.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
TNT just goes, well, I'll just Exo, but meanwhile WS with Spiderlings is just taking his top tower. Double Wraith Band for this team. It's funny they see like all offlaners are going for Wraith Band these days, but they're also going for Wraith Band even though she's edgy. Instead of the Bracer.
Top lane, or bottom, it's TNT who's gonna go with the Exo. Forget the name of it for a second. And we'll be able to take down that tower very easily. Also going for this mech into Greaves build. So we should see pretty similar timings here for both offlaners looking to join fights.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Vessuwan, though, able to at least open up their own map, right? That's the problem when you play against the Broodmother. She does like to take over the map. Here's the very familiar move we see her make as she rotates from top to mid. And there's the point on Spiderlings, right? You can see they still kill them. Spiderlings down. Maxed Ice Shards already 300 plus the Fade Bolts, level 3s, about 550 before reductions, of course. So it's good enough. I think you hear those things at level 1.
Make sure that they can't push anymore. Maybe even catch Wonder Boy. Great slide of his man. His reflexes are on point.
I'm telling you, he's been impressive.
I guess that's why you pick him under every game, right?
You play ask for it. And I mean, it's clearly telegraphed as well each and every time, isn't it? Which is why I'm surprised still that the Tusk was so early, or the Tusk still came out. KMP has Vanguard. You can see it really does help him a lot.
What an effect at bottom. That saves Ponyo. Boombui will die. KMP will survive, but that bottom is actually a nice little counter initiation. Our Observer didn't catch quite there. Or Mangaro saved the Tiny. Managed to get a counter kill there.
I think we caught it. It was in the off screen.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. I was looking at the screen and it didn't show for me, but I guess I only see one of them. This this time he... Okay, why stay in the area where they just gang? It's okay. Banyo's dead.
Dire's top
Ends up
tower
being a fair
is under
trade.
attack.
Mangaros did all this for nothing.
Okay, mid.
Coquina Spider.
Radiant's top
Paintball plus crypto. Well, I guess you're right. I guess the spider legs hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose once pipe comes out, that'll change, but he does have to go for creeps first.
Yeah, and that's the point I was making. It makes the push a lot weaker here. But it's still quite strong, of course, when you still have that mech to buff you up. And, of course, the wagon onto the tower from the 10-minute wave.
Dire's
One
middle
is
tower
still going to drop.
Oh, these cookies are on point. Walrus gets for TNT. That's mech this time, though, and actually going to fight this aggressively. Sands gets hooked once again. KNP doesn't even use this member. They're going to kill Sands first. Going for both support. Getting some flesh heat stacked for this punch. Gonna work out. 2 more.
Rubik stole spawn Spiderlings. This is pretty annoying.
Yeah,
for him
he
to have
almost
that.
spawned his own Spiderlings, but luckily they're
He
still in
does?
his body.
He has his own Spiderlings.
I mean, like, he has them, you know, like, they hit him with a spawn.
Oh, as in he has spider eggs on him.
Yes, he has spiders inside
Radiant's
of him.
middle tower is under
Unfortunately, he
attack.
doesn't get the webs, right? So they're still quite annoying when they don't have phased movement. But you can see they're going to get to set to work on this tier 1 tower.
It's also just
along
a
with
good
the
bit of
XO.
damage, right?
Radiant's middle tower
Genuinely
has
a nice amount of...
Dire's bottom
Remember
tower
when this used to be
is
like
under
way
attack.
more damage? It used to be like 400 damage or something at level
Right,
1.
wasn't there a time when they first changed this to the ultimate where it was an absurd amount of damage and you would go days on the Brood Mother or...
Yeah, but
Dire's top
you almost
tower
had like
is under
lion finger damage at level 1. It was like ridiculous on like an 8-second cooldown. Okay,
The mana cost was bigger,
WS.
if I recall.
Oh, he's gonna have a really hard time getting through all the little spiders to find the big spider. See here, already Falcon Blade completed for BB, because he's going to begin farming around the map and just trying to get whatever he can online. Lionex is going to get some money here. He's farming now with his spiders. Once again, goes for a Wraith Band, by the way, he's decided for.
Yeah, I'm interested as to... I saw the original idea of Wraith Band, which is if you're a strength hero, you already have a lot of HP, so the armor gives you so much effective HP. So I understood that, right? But now it just seems to be the flavor of the month item, and everyone's buying Wraith Band on everyone. And I don't know how valuable it actually is.
See? Try top lane for KMP.
He has a dismember though to heal back up. There we go. Close enough. Dismember, unfortunately, only level 1. Not enough heals. Also lacking a little bit of strength there. Lionex, he requests this. He stole Scatter Blast, kills the spiders. Shotgunning spiders. Polly dies in the bottom lane, but unfortunately, Lionex, I don't think he'll be able to make it out of here alive.
Yep. Another kill there as BB, I believe, is going to be able to get the one there. I think Bumbui ends up having something to do with the kill.
Dire's top tower
But it's
is
still
under
going to
attack.
be, you know, all systems go for Atlantis WS, just doing other things as the mech heal just to save the one Spiderling. Don't say Mama never did anything for you, says WS.
You know, this mama will not be eating its meat.
Usually it's the other way around, actually, quite famously with Brood Mothers.
You're right, actually. I was
Yeah.
thinking of Kronos. I always confused that with the spider.
Yes. Quite similar behavior, I'd say.
Yes.
BB has no mobility and probably no life points remaining after the kisses.
That's Snowball. Oh, no, it does not have one.
And this will sap some of their stars.
What, was he Snowball farming? Oh,
Yes. Yes, he did that to the wave.
Radiant's courier has been
Vessuwan.
He has silence still, though. I think he's afraid of using it. Maybe avoid it. Fading? TNT? Is someone with him? I guess he's just very strong, but eventually they're gonna kill you if you stay there long enough. It's the same place you keep this tier 1 tower. Maybe TNT can't see when it's destroyed or something, because he just keeps farming there. Both games he's died there like 3 or 4 times.
Sans as well really likes his Veil at Discord. He bought it last game, didn't he, on the Skywrath Mage, which made a good degree of sense. But now, I'm not so sure about this item here, especially on a Snapfire. I don't know. I guess the question is, what else do you build? And
That's my question.
Veil
Dire's top
is a
tower
phenomenal
is under
item, by the
attack.
way, in terms of its build-up. Like, I'd rather build a Veil these days than, say, like a Solar Crypt.
AMP really far ahead. We'll just get punished for this. Go on with the veil. Talk.
The problem is there's not like a lot of other items that are cheap and have good build-ups right these days. Because Solar Crest used to be one, but the item just feels like hot garbage, so no one builds it. So I see why he's gone for it, especially if someone else is already going to build the mech. You can't stack the mech buffs, obviously. heals, they have cooldowns, so no point in doing that. But I'm just wondering, like, maybe not a 4-staff would be pretty good versus a Tusk and a DP and a Marcy. I don't know. And a Pudge also mentioned. I'm surprised that it's Veil is really the only thing I have against the item. The cast range is pretty good.
Like drums, maybe?
No, a 4-staff.
Oh, I guess, yeah, 4-staffs have been very...
Yeah, I just think it's really good. I think Veil's fine.
Cookie? Do you think you don't need that 4-staff?
Radiant are scanning.
I mean, I'd still disagree, right? Because I think more mobility is not a bad thing, especially because you can't rely maybe on Cookie if there's a DP silence on you.
Yeah, I'm playing the Sans Advocate right now, okay?
No, I know. And again, I'm still totally fine with the Veil. I think Veil maybe is even a little bit underrated these days. But it does deviate from the norm, which is why I'm commenting on it, right?
Sure. Yeah, auras, and then Veil feels weaker, because... I mean, the enemy team doesn't have a great pipe filter, right? I don't think DP usually go for the greaves, and that's...
Yeah, or like a Yules or whatever, right?
I mean, most of these days, I don't think we see Yules, because greaves try and Sarge afterward.
You still see some Yules, right?
He is going to be going for Yules anyway, which is surprising to me, because I don't value Yules that hard this game, let alone Yules plus Greaves.
Dire's
Yeah,
middle tower
I mean,
is
we've seen
under
it a couple
attack.
times in Div 1 as well. I mean, it's just a good item, right? Because you continue to lifesteal as well when you're in Yule, so it's just like more invulnerability against these melee heroes. So it's like, it's just items that they like. You're right, it is half about the Dispel as well. Maybe it's a little bit redundant in that manner, but I also don't see that necessarily as too bad a thing. Especially
No, I
when
agree.
I think you got some key abilities to dispel. A Yule Scepter against a Lifestealer, even just defensively, is always a decent option to kite him out.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with your point. I just think that, like, overall better mostly.
Behold, a subtle bird.
At least with this Greaves build.
Yeah, I'd agree, especially because I think someone needs to do damage here, right? The problem is, like, you've already gone into Grief, so that's not your role. You've already settled into that. But Kaya and Sanj plus your 15 talent, all to buff your Spirit Siphon to give yourself that biggest, you know, value suck is, I think, ideally how you want to play this hero with level 2 EXO, yada yada, to just be this beast, right, that you can be. And then anything that you don't do to buff this item up more or to buff your skill up more, especially with your 15 talent, I agree, will feel weak inherently, but I see a use case for it. I don't know if I like it with Pudge, but by then Pudge at least should be online, at least with the Bag Scepter, so that'll be something. We'll see though. He's gonna be, yeah, smoked on.
The Cookie misses, but it's okay because Tiny Lifesteal are already on him. This is the concern with a Pudge pick, right? You didn't last with Pudge, so Lifesteal really good. Boy in the bottom lane trying to push out the wave. He gets disposed. Boy does a TP, but no chance to use it. With already dead later on Mongoros, just giving him charges at this point.
Yeah, charges of the Deso as well. I mean, and that's another problem, right? This is not a core Marcy, so we don't have that big turning point like we saw last game for TNT. In fact, this game he's settled into seemingly a much more supporting role, which is fine. You know, I think you can play that DP as the way, but I just don't think it makes a lot of sense with this draft. And they are starting to really struggle here, I'd say. Map control is completely gone the way towards Atlantis. They can do Roche here fairly easily as well with this Deso. I don't think it's completely out of the question for them. They're just a little bit concerned, reasonably so, of the counter initiation of Vessuwan and giving them a really good comeback mechanic when honestly you can just kind of force the fight and it's really awkward for Vessuwan.
Exactly.
I was gonna say, we've only seen 1 or 2 Exos for towers here, so you can see TNT's just really having a bit of an awkward game, finding the right moments to be aggressive.
Because their initiator is technically their mid laner, right? Which is the Tusk, right? And the TNT just follows afterwards. But it doesn't seem like BB has had any chance to utilize this initiation because the lane went meh. Because like I said, if he just lose the lane to Ember, that's why I was so surprised at his pick.
He got BKB now, though. And if only he didn't lose the lane as hard, right? Big if there. Would have been nice, because I could see... Oh, well, there's getting a free kill there. Yeah. I could very easily see a game where this Tusk is built as the early carry, right? Like, you go for, like, the Deso, you go for the super greedy build, right? And I think that makes a lot of sense when you have a Pudge and a DP played in this way. But when you go for, like, the very standard Tusk, which is, like, Falcon Blade BKB... Oh, he's going for Deso now. His lane was just real bad, you know? Which I think is the problem for him. So hard, man, this game. I wouldn't have minded maybe, and I think this is a little bit of a crazy suggestion, honestly, but I wouldn't have minded if he actually went Deso first and then just fought with his team and pulled in DP into the snowball, because DP's not dying here, right?
Mango Rose.
Yeah, I mean, what does BKB do here?
BKB so late, though, as well. There's the dismember at least, but they don't have the damage on the top.
Is this?
So it needs to keep it in place. Mango Rose.
There we go.
Finally fall. Ace from Boy, KMP, and also TNT.
Maybe?
Okay. No, definitely, right?
Maybe? Oh, okay.
Definitely, sir. Best
Dyer's
cure
middle
against Ghost is
tower
shotgun.
Shotgun. Yep, absolutely. I think the Vessuwan's haunted again. Get the 12 gauge.
That was so American.
I know.
That was perfect. Great job.
I got you. That's what we did in my house. Get the buckshot.
Yeah, in your house, look, Mexican ma, right?
Hey, I mean, Mexican mothers as well very frequently shoot guns.
Mama, trae la chancla.
El rifle.
El rifle?
Yeah, it's what my mom called the gun.
I mean, that's a rifle.
Yeah.
Did you own a rifle? Where did you live?
No. My mother owned a rifle when she lived in Mexico.
Oh, okay, because she was like a ranchero, right?
Yeah, of course, for the coyotes and the snakes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Foxes. Those freaking foxes, man.
They look cute. They make funny sounds, so you're like, hey.
No! Foxes scream.
Yeah, it's the cute sound.
Oh, goodness. This game is... It's getting so hard for Vessuwan. I
think
maybe even overestimated.
Man. I just cannot.
I agree.
Draft.
I agree. I thought maybe TNT would be a little bit stronger. I didn't think this hero was in 1v4 territory, but I was like, maybe. No. Oh, okay. I mean, they're just way too far behind right now. I don't see any way reasonably for them to get back here. Yeah, great toss back. Into the cookie. Phenomenal.
Oh, that's clever. So you can calculate the toss like when it lands, so you can cookie them right afterwards, huh?
Well, it's even easier than that, right? Because if the toss target is the snapfire, you're always gonna hit him with the cookie, right?
No, that's the question. You have to calculate where and what, like when it lands on where.
Oh, you just need the time.
Yeah, exactly. So he has no chance to activate it in between.
Oh, open wounds. One of my favorite spells in the game.
Yep. Very good against.
Can you still spell lifesteal off of this?
Yeah, it's just all lifesteal.
Okay.
I don't think it's considered spell lifesteal. Actually, I don't know how it works.
Interesting. I know it used to. You would like open wounds and then lion finger someone, and you'd get all your HP back.
No, I know, but that was before spell lifesteal even existed. Open wounds was the first spell to actually use that mechanic of just lifesteal up. That was much before. So what was interesting to me is I don't know if it would be coded as spell lifesteal. Spell lifesteal, would that also do this? Would you get spell lifesteal and buff it? I actually don't know.
Question.
Comforting.
It is one of those kind of left behind items, isn't it?
I guess it got recoded though into the shard, so I'm assuming now it's probably done. Because now it also spreads. It gives you a great amount of damage.
It does just say 50% lifesteal. You're right about that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
This is an insane shard, by the way.
It's great.
This shard is so good.
If Lifestealer wasn't such a crap hero, I feel like this would be the build for him. You know?
I think this is like the shard that everyone thinks they're buying when you play Bloodseeker, and then your shard's like still not that bad on Bloodseeker, but like this one kicks ass.
Yeah. The thing is, both of them are countered by BKB, right? And being a physical damage carry that's countered by BKB feels stupid.
That's a fair point. That's a fair point.
I guess it's just gonna go high ground now. No,
well,
change.
What do you mean? You're telling me that physical damage carries also have to be spell casters?
Mortimer's kisses kill TNT as well. That's your action down. At least Boy was pretty strong here, and he got a kill onto the enemy Titan, but it's a kill. Wonder Boy's just chasing them back into their base. He might even get the kill with a cookie. They did! This combo, Snapfire Ember, is working wonders for them. This is what they needed the first game.
I think this game can end. I think they can go tier 4 towers and go next. I see no reason why they even want to take this later, and I mean, I don't even know what the risk is, to be honest. I don't think Vessuwan have any upcoming timings that significantly alter the course of this game. That being said, I still think Atlantis, especially with its Aegis, are at a huge points of power, and I see no reason why they need to back in this push. Maybe they should. I even think they shouldn't. And they aren't, which well played to them to recognize the position of power that they stand in here.
Top tower is under attack.
Dagons! The Dagons are coming, Navo.
It's a strategy by Wonder Boy. Might work.
The Dusk is always ready for a fight.
Mango Rose is just kind of baiting them to see if they will punish them. Oh, look at that. Open wound spreading. No, he's doing such a good job. Oh my god.
Fester.
Fester, right? I forgot that name as well. Look is perfectly between 3 targets.
Structures are fortified.
another fortify. That'll be the last one that they have.
Agent, by the way.
Yep.
Once again, target is tiny. Exorcism did get used this time.
Okay.
They're punching Mangrove all they got, but he's full HP again. TNT's the target. Need a little bit more damage to finish out his DP. Probably just disengage before the Exorcism ends. Unless it's just investment.
Wow.
Right again. Oh, what a combo. Kisses are now being thrown as well. BB goes into a snowball. KMP has no such snowball. They just a big flesh heap. Killed off KMP, killed off BB. Win for Atlantis. Just give up.
Yes, and now at this stage, you're praying that they, yeah, there it is, the GG. You're praying if you were the best one that they somehow dive in your fountain. That's not happening here, and that'll be game number 2 in the books as Atlantis will go ahead and claim victory here.
I kind of want to give the MVP to the Sapphire this time. I think he's pretty polished.
Yeah,
Just saying.
I wouldn't disagree. I want to take a look at what